Hey, how's it going, my friends? My name is Joshua, and welcome back to the Nerd Life. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a different type of unboxing, one I usually don't do, but I have some vintage books here to unbox for y'all. Well, unpack. So, let's get into it. So I usually unbox stuff like action figures, vintage toys, retro video games. Well, this time I'm going to be unpacking some books, and these are vintage from the early 90s. These are original Goosebumps books that I have here, and I can't wait to show y'all which books these are. These are four to be exact. But before I open this package, I want to announce something here, that something I've been thinking over for the past month. I'm thinking about, I have been thinking about, but now I decided that I'm going to go for a full set of the original Goosebumps books. And what I mean by original Goosebumps, I mean just the normal ones, not the, there were Give Yourself Goosebumps books. That was basically like a choose your own adventure type book. I won't be going for those. I won't be going for the Tales to Give You Goosebumps books. So as far as vintage goes, just the original Goosebumps books. There are a total of 62 of them, and I don't know how long it's going to take me, but I'm very excited to go on this journey of getting the full, complete set. I have four right here. Now, last year I did an unboxing of 5 Goosebumps books, but those were technically 2021 reissues, but they were made to look just like the old original ones. So I haven't decided on whether I want to just buy the original copies of the 5 books that I already have, or just put the ones that I have, the reissues, into my collection. So, but yeah, I'm going to go for the full set. I want to take y'all on my journey of doing that. So I hope y'all are excited about that, as excited as I am. Let me know if any of y'all are Goosebumps fans, if y'all read any of the books as kids or watched the TV show. But yeah, let's open this package so I can show you which 4 books I got. Of course, I got these off of eBay, and I got them for really cheap too. And the seller I got them from had a deal: buy 3 books, get 1 free. And the seller not only had Goosebumps books, but there was all kinds of books, from vintage to new books. There was it's like shopping at a half-price bookstore except on eBay. I'm gonna tell you, it's open here. But and these particular 4 are 4 of my favorites that I read as a kid. Having some difficulties here getting the package ripped open. Alright. So they all seem to be in fairly decent, well, I say decent, but fairly good shape. There's a little bit of wear, but these are paperback books from the early 90s. These are over 30 years old, so I was expecting that. But we're going to start things off with The Werewolf of Fever Swamp. And I got scammed. at least for that one. Oh, now that's cool. I'll show y'all this story. I'm just looking through and making sure. Okay. Okay, well, this one, I noticed the way this Scholastic was printed over here instead of over here on the side. This is from 2020. Not vintage, but, well, maybe I didn't read the description good enough. I don't know, but yeah. I was hoping it would be original like these other ones, but I think, yeah, the other three are original. But yeah, only original ones from the early 90s, the Scholastic was printed over here on the corner instead of in the middle. This is from 2020. But either way, either way, I'm happy to have his book, The Werewolf of Fever Swamp. Like I said, this is one of my favorite books. I love werewolves, so, and basically the story of this book, this family moves into a new home, which was done a lot in the original Goosebumps series, so you'll probably hear that from me a lot as I go through and get the different books and tell you all about them. But family moves into a new home near a swamp. And there's mom and dad and two kids, a son and daughter. The parents are scientists, and they moved there to do this work on this test where they were trying to see how long deer can, or see if deer can adapt to the swamp environment. But anyway, the boy runs into this kid when he was going through the woods. He ran into this kid who's a little bit weird, but they became friends, and he starts telling him about a werewolf in the woods near the swamp. And at first the boy doesn't believe him, but then the werewolf starts terrorizing the family. There's this old man that lives in the woods near the swamp. They call a swamp hermit. He's acting very suspicious, and you think he's the werewolf, but it turns out to be somebody different. And yeah, it's a really good book. I like the twist ending. The episode's really good too. I highly recommend either reading the book or watching the episode, or both. They're both really good. Very happy to have this one. Take that slip of paper out. A little disappointed this one from 2020, but since this is from 2020, I guess I'm going to be keeping the 2021 reissues, so I'm just adding them to the group. Maybe, I guess next time I should carefully read the description if that's what happened. But the next book we have is Welcome to Camp Nightmare. Now this is an original. As you can see, the Scholastic's here in the corner. And you can tell its age. Pages do show its age. And also, you can tell right here it's got a copyright. It says first printing 1993, so this is from 93. But Welcome to Camp Nightmare. This story is about these group of kids that get dropped off at a place called Camp Night Moon. The main kid, his name is Billy. He basically becomes like the he's the brave one of the group. He basically becomes the hero. Some strange stuff starts happening to the other kids, and they start to disappear. And Billy is going around asking the counselors about what happened, and of course they're doing the whole "there's never been a kid here with that name" thing, just acting real strange. But yeah, it ends up being a really, really good twist ending. I don't want to spoil anything just in case there are some of y'all who haven't read or watched the episode of the TV show. I highly recommend doing that. The twist ending is really good. I think out of all four of these books, I think this one has one of my favorite twist endings, but it's really cool. Like I said, love both the book and the show. Highly recommend. Happy to have this as a start to my Goosebumps collection. And the next book, which this is the one I want to show you something really cool that I just found in here. The first printing of this one was May 1994. So this one's from 1994. It is the Scarecrow Walks at Midnight. I've always liked creepy scarecrows. I think they're really cool. But what's really cool about this book that I just found in here is one of the original trading cards that came in some of these books. Right here for Vampire Breath. Now that's really cool. I wasn't expecting to find one of the original trading cards because it's very hard to find these books that come with everything in them. Now this is the only one that's in there, but still it's really cool. And yeah, the Scarecrow Walks at Midnight. About these two kids. I can't remember. No, the show is about the two kids. I think it's just one. I think I may be getting mixed. Anyway, this kid goes and visits her grandparents at an old farm, and they're acting strange around her. Not giving her usual breakfast that they usually cook for them and stuff like that. They're just acting really weird. The farmhand is acting even stranger, but the scarecrow that they have is coming to life at night and basically terrorizing them. And they find out that the farmhand had put a spell on had did a spell to make the scarecrow come alive. It's just like it's a really cool book, really good story. Like I said, I love creepy scarecrows. I don't remember the ending of the book, but the episode has a really cool ending, really cool twist ending. Of course, they all had that twist ending, but yeah, again, highly recommend reading the book, watching the episode. They have full Goosebumps books, full Goosebumps episodes for free here on YouTube. So I think that's cool. But anyway, yeah, happy to have this one. And the last book, which again is an original from the early 90s. As you can see, the Scholastic's right here in the corner. And this one was first printed in August 1995. So, this is book number 34. This is book number 20. So, not going in order with these. This is book number 9. And I don't know what book order it is because they didn't put the number on the reprints. But yeah, this is the closest to the beginning I have number 9. But Sorry, this one is Revenge of the Lawn Gnomes, which you probably already saw that when I was showing you the Scholastic. But man, this is more kind of goofy than scary. Although the episode did have some pretty creepy looking lawn gnomes in them. But unless you're afraid of lawn gnomes, this is more goofy than scary. I still love it. I love the goofiness of it. The book is, I think, according to the back of the book, yeah, I think the show was a little bit different than the book. I don't remember the whole story, the book version, but yeah, it is different because they get the two. In the book, the family gets two lawn gnomes, and they just like start causing mischief in their garden, with ruining their like tomatoes and stuff like that, and yeah, they're more mischievous than really evil, to be honest. But yeah, like I said, it's a little goofy. There's like goofy, cheesy moments in the book, and in the show. But like I said, unless you're afraid of lawn gnomes, this is not really all that scary. But still, like I said, I love the goofiness of this book, of this story. Again, can't recommend these books enough because they are really good. I love these books as a kid. Haven't read them since I was a teenager. I was almost a young adult. I was like 16, 17 the last time I read some Goosebumps books. Before I made the mistake of getting rid of all of my books. I had a whole bunch of them. I didn't have all 62 of them, but I had at least about 30 of them. This one was one of them, but yeah, I ended up mistakenly getting rid of them because at that time I was through that phase where I was like, I thought I was too cool for all stuff like this. But yeah, I think we all went through that phase as young adults. But I'm happy to be collecting these books. I'm excited to go on the journey of eventually getting all 62 books. Like I said, next time I'll pay more attention, just in case it was in the description. But I think it was described as an original vintage one. So still gonna have to be more careful when I'm looking on eBay for these. But I will be also looking out in the wild while I'm at thrift stores hunting for vintage toys. I will also be looking for Goosebumps books. So I will not always be buying these off eBay because of this right here. But maybe it's not such a big deal because, like I said, I do have 5 of the 2021 reissues that came in the little really cool tin containers. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, I may just keep those and add them to the collection until I can eventually maybe find the original ones, maybe out. Like if I find them out in the wild at thrift stores, then I'll get them if they're for cheap. But like I said, man, I'm so freaking happy to have these 4 books. I'm excited to get all the rest of them eventually. I don't know how long it's going to take me. Could take me a few years, but I will eventually get all 62 original Goosebumps books. But that'll do it for this video. It's went a little long because I was explaining everything, but if you enjoyed it, hit that like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Like I said, were any of you Goosebumps fans? Did y'all watch the show or read any of the books or both? I'm a huge fan of both, as you already know. But thank y'all so much for watching. Have an awesome day, my friends. Take care.